Hello there viewers, and welcome to another DrCassette video. Today we're going to take a closer look at the Canon Model XM2 high-end MiniDV camcorder from around 2002. So let's start by taking a closer look at all the features and functions. Up front, of course, we have the lens. This has a 20 times optical zoom lens, optical image stabilization, of course, and just like you'd expect, 3 CCDs for superior color reproduction. Next to that we have the focus ring. This is purely a focus ring. You cannot switch it to be a zoom ring. Next to that we have some of our function controls. Either automatic or manual focus. You get a direct access button. Neutral density filter, on and off. Little audio level meter display. I have no idea why they put it there. If you're standing behind the camcorder, you're not going to be able to see it. So that's a bit of a weird thing, but there it is. Nice to have, nonetheless. And it's not the only one. Of course, you do get another audio level meter as part of the on-screen display. Below that we have the controls for the digital effects, and for some reason Canon decided that one of the digital effects are the color bars. It's a bit of a weird decision. I don't really think it belongs there, but there it is. You do get a selector switch and you do get an on and off switch, and the color bars are definitely nice to have. Below that we have the little control wheel, little adjustment wheel for the exposure. And depending on what you've selected, you can either control the overall exposure of the picture, or you can go all manual, meaning you can control gain, you can control the iris, and you can control the shutter speed. It all happens using that little wheel right there. Next to that we have the controls for the white balance. We get a selector switch and we get a little button for the manual white balance. Next to that we get a custom key. You can adjust this to have different functions. Next to that we have the custom preset, which to be honest I don't know what that does. Next to that we have the SD card slot. This does take multimedia cards as well as SD cards up to 2 gigabytes. This of course does not support SDHC cards. And this is purely for recording photographs. You cannot record video to card. Video is only recordable to tape. Above that we have the LCD screen. It is a pretty tiny little LCD screen. Definitely nice to have. You do get some of the stickers that it came with. It has megapixel recording for photographs, and behind here we have there's one switch down at the bottom. Switches the camera to everything automatic or to manual mode. Above that we have the audio record level, automatic or manual. As you can see at the moment it's set to manual. Above that we have the level controls. On the back there are little adjustment wheels for that, and on the side you're getting this little dial. It's very nice to have manual level control for the audio. Up there we have the record, search, and review functions to look back at what you've just recorded onto your tape. Up there is the power switch and the selector switch for either camera or VCR mode. This does have a very nice design because you don't have to open the LCD screen to access some of the functions. The only switch that is in the compartment of the LCD screen is the display and data code selector. Right next to that we have the door for the memory backup battery. the little button cell that goes into there, and of course we have a little speaker for playback. Here we have the back of the camera. Of course, the back is dominated by the viewfinder, which does pull out, and once you have it pulled out, you can tilt it upwards. Below that, of course, we have a big battery pack that gives very good battery life. Here's the LCD screen. It is, as I already said, very, very small. However, it does have a pretty good resolution, so it is quite usable. On the display, of course, you can see the level meter, the audio level meter, and some other displays. Next to that, you can kind of see the adjustment wheels for the manual audio record levels. Below that, we have a menu button, and the wheel down on the bottom is what you use to go through the menu, to navigate through the menu. Right there, of course, we have a record button, right where it belongs. And we also have a switch to switch it to lock mode. It basically turns the camcorder off. And if you have it in standby mode, that is normal operation. Up above, we have a selector for either card or tape. Once again, this does not record video to SD card. This switch is purely for photo recording. You can record the photos that you're making with a button up above, either to the card or the tape. Since I don't have an SD card in there, I have it set to tape. Up there you can also see the zoom button up there. And right there we have a little rubber cover that hides some of the connections. We have the connector for an LANC standard remote control, wired remote control. We have a USB connection, once again, only for SD card, only for photographs. For video, we have a DV interface. This is both an output and an input. We have an AV output and an S-video output, and those are both also inputs in the VCR mode. One great thing that this camcorder can do is it has an analog to digital converter, and so you can input analog video signals and the camcorder is going to output them through FireWire. So this also doubles as a very handy and very, very, very high quality video analog to digital converter if you want to transfer old VHS tapes into a digital format. Here we have the other side of the camcorder. There isn't a whole lot on here. Once again, we have the zoom control and photo button. We have a little rubber cover right there which covers the microphone jack, the headphone jack, and a little DC 5-volt jack to power an external microphone. The microphone jack itself does not have plug-in power. That's why you get this extra connector up above. Of course, we also have the tape compartment on this side of the camcorder. Has a little release switch behind the zoom control. You pull that forward and the tape compartment is going to come out like that. Here we have the front of the camcorder. Of course, that is dominated by the lens along with a big lens hood. Once again, 20 times optical zoom, optical image stabilization. Up above the lens we have the stereophonic microphone. In between the two channels we have a pickup sensor for the remote control, and we have the record indicator light. That is one of the things I don't like. The record indicator light blinks. It does not stay lit constantly. which is very distracting because on a lot of camcorders a blinking record LED indicates that something isn't working right, that you have a almost empty battery or that you're running out of tape. Usually it indicates some kind of a problem. Some more features can be found up on top, on the handle. Once again, up front we have the stereo microphone. Behind that we have the accessory shoe. This is an advanced accessory shoe. That does not mean that it is a proprietary type of thing. It will take any kind of standard accessories. However, hiding behind there, we have some electrical contacts, and genuine Canon accessories are able to connect to those electrical contacts, and that way you can, for example, have your video light powered by the camcorder so that you don't need another battery. There we have a secondary set of record controls, start, stop, photo, and the zoom switch, and on the other side we also get a secondary lock button right there. Then we get this, and this is a little cover. You can open that up and that reveals the playback controls. The record switch when you're in the VCR mode. This also has audio dubbing and AV insert editing. That's of course all quite a bit more advanced. Speaking of advanced things, here we have the remote control, which, yes, badly needs to be taken apart for cleaning. I will have to do that sometime soon. We zoom in, you can just read for yourselves what kind of functions you have on this thing. Because if we go through all of that, the video is going to be an hour long. So this is a very nice high-end MiniDV camcorder that offers a lot of features and functions and capabilities for making great videos. Now you may say, well, this thing is from 2002, it's MiniDV, it's standard definition, isn't that totally outdated rubbish in the age of high definition? Well, it's not. The thing is, this camcorder not only has 3 CCDs, it also has very high resolution image sensors, because commonly on a lot of older 3 CCD camcorders, the compromise you had to make was you're getting 3 CCDs. However, each one of those CCDs had a rather low resolution. Not on this one. Resolution is very high. I think it's something around a megapixel. And compare that to 0.3 megapixels on some older 3 CCD MiniDV camcorders. That's quite a big difference. So the video that you get out of this unit is very sharp and very clear, and you can get some very good results if you upscale the video footage from this unit to 720p. It does look almost high definition. So it is not at all outdated. Another nice thing, of course, is the analog to digital video converter functionality that this has. This is far better than all those USB things that you get to plug into your computer. I think the converter in this little camcorder even has a time-based corrector built in. So you are getting very, very good videos. So there you have it, the Canon Model XM2 high-end MiniDV camcorder from around 2002. Thanks for watching.